when it comes to African football, don't judge African players. African football is too hard. You see those players where they find, even Drogba, as big as Drogba was.
You can't read Africa.
They're not allowed Drogba was.
You know that for where?
You don't fit try him.
Every single player that you are going to hit now, he get body. It is said that others already go do for Europe.
They chop plantain like this.
Now I love this guy. What's his name? It's this Cameroonian striker. I love that guy.
Eto.
No, Eto.
Mboma.
No, Mboma. The other guy. Where the skillful.
Okay, Abubakar.
Abubakar.
I love that guy.
Power day, everything.
Every day, you get skill.
Everything day.
African football is very difficult. It's when people don't realize it, and you said something in the last AFCON, and the level has gone from just being physical to being very technical.
This is why I don't reference what you need. Why I don't talk what you need. Always remember.
You know,
I need to get a memoir.
You know, the level has gone from just being physical to being very technical.
All right, let's go, gentlemen. Gentlemen.
Arsenal, do we need to have on Sunday?
Get where we win.
Get where we they win, bro. 2 odds like this. See this one. Bad belly. Baba, they beat Liverpool on Saturday. I don't feel laugh.
Chai. What a game.
Football.
All right.
Destroy tickets everywhere.
Let's get it.
On a slot. La, 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 la.
Maybe.
On a slot.
Senior man, don't make a cheat.
Let's go. And you're going club when no get set.
Let's go.
This is how I beat United. Nobody asks you.
They asked that question.
That one, he is.
You know what you listen.
They ask him.
All right, let's go. Hello, everybody. Welcome along to our Hindsight Podcast Studios. I am UB Nso Ndwonovid. And because football is a marathon, not a sprint, we made a change to the lineup, starting off with TikTok favorite and everyone's favorite punter, Mr. Inyobong Monday. Next up, a man who's been chosen at least 3 times, Mr. Falana Adeni. Welcome to the show. Last one on the list, the Ajangbadi legend in Mr. Olakunle Rufai. Gentlemen, good to have everyone here. We had to wait for Ni for at least an hour. Ni, kindly explain to the judge and jury why it took so much time to come along. But never mind, it's good to have you on the podcast for your seasonal debut. Definitely. How's it been?
Been great. Just before the end of last season, got a new job with High Impact.
Wow.
And from
that's good news.
It has been great.
Yeah,
it has
it's
been
really
great,
good. Yeah,
definitely.
I tell you what, you're one high impact substitution. That's always for real because you can never win a football league without a squad, and you always come in absolutely more than handy. And I think that it's brilliant to switch it up with you as well. I like the Adidas shirt, and of course everyone is looking fly. Rufai joined the Alte group today.
I don't understand.
Finally rocking the big pants.
But
rocking the big pants.
I've been here with these same pants 4 times.
4 times, huh?
Yeah.
Notice for the first time. I know we babe now. Make I carry your pants for it.
This guy, you want jam me, but
No.
you want jam me.
Love it.
You let madam talk say make your oga give compliments. You can't just say, but I've been rocking his hair for the last two days. You haven't seen it. I just see the hair. I've been hustling. T-Pain is the president.
Now where I see how we don't take the compliment. You go take our, you don't go take
I mean, you
our.
don't go take out. T-Pain is the president, man. Someone mentioned that. I like as everybody pretend say we never enter Poland for this country. I like as we pretend because everywhere you talk, people see the.
Why serious trouble?
Why serious trouble? Like
No, just the rough and they go.
No man.
Go market, still full. Go supermarket, everything is normal.
Bro.
How do we do it actually? I mean, for being a Nigerian,
It's an extreme sport.
It is very extreme.
Extreme sport too.
It is very extreme, but great to be back on the table. I always say table of men, because it's.
I thought we had a great time last week, especially
absolutely.
with When Love Strikes, crew. I thought you guys were great energy. Jimmy, Taye. I made the same mistake as well. Yeah. And I hated to watch that back because as an anchor you have one job, and that's to bring everybody in at the right time and with the right pronunciations. So I kind of let myself down there. But apologies to Taye. Arimoro.
Good
so
guy,
your name
good
is
guy.
in my head constantly. Good guy, because he was actually texting us during the game itself on the Hindsight podcast page. So that was really great. Hope you enjoyed that episode, Nee.
Definitely.
Yeah, and of course we've got something lined up for you as well. We've got something lined up for Ini as well. And thanks to all the guys who, of course, did make the points that it was the best episode ever. I'm not quite sure how. I'm not quite sure how, but you know.
I think this is a perfect part to insert motivational quotes. That's why they always tell content creators that the biggest attribute you need to have, or the best attribute you must have, is consistency. Because you can't, in all your creativity and expertise and experience that you have in creating content and making things happen, you will never be able to pinpoint this is the one that's going to get people's attention the way I want it to. So the only thing you can do is just be consistent. Just keep putting things out. Like sometimes you'll be surprised at the content that people would really, really
resonate with.
towards, and it's amazing.
Yeah, I think it's brilliant. I think Sabina's made the point as well. I was somewhere this weekend. Someone said, someone was introducing me, and she said, my friend, he's a YouTuber. I was like, I'm not a YouTuber. I just, I think we do great content and we put it out.
Yeah, content that just happens to
be on YouTube.
What's the difference though
between
being a YouTuber?
No, I think
the difference is drilling boreholes across countries. I'm making a lot of money for it.
No, I think
YouTubers actually stream live.
You can be I think if you post your content on YouTube, you can be regarded as a YouTuber. But
because I'm thinking, like, if someone is being referred to as a YouTuber,
I think that way
you don't put your content elsewhere.
No. I think you put your content elsewhere as well. It's just it shouldn't make sense now to just focus on one social media platform.
Okay.
That's counterproductive. So I'm guessing maybe you started from there. Maybe majority of your content goes there. Maybe also you stream live, on
I think that streaming. I think streaming is very crucial. So of course we're not very twitchy in Nigeria. We're not, we don't use Twitch a lot. But I think to be a YouTuber, you actually must, actively probably stream the content, and it must be like your platform of like your debuting platform where you like. So I think that Instagram is our strongest platform, right? Yeah. But however, the numbers say that that's not true, because TikTok is actually our strongest platform. We've got we're nearing 50,000 followers on TikTok, right? And of course, Instagram keeps growing and growing, despite all Mark tries to do to us. But look, speaking of which, I think it's a great time to say thank you very much for all the follows, all the subscriptions. We are constantly moving forward and forward on the podcast. And speaking of YouTubers, I think it's important to shout out to Matthew Duffy, who also does a great show on YouTube, I've got to say. Because this actually just came to my mind to speak about YouTube and the amount of work it takes to actually stream content live. And, he gets up every morning to do great work. So shout outs to him. And of course, let's keep that going, right? I wanted to start off with one of the most ridiculous things I saw on Twitter, right? Which is pretty much not a meme, but it is actually, someone mentioned that no Premier League player off the back of Champions League, right? Endrick scoring an incredible goal. Someone mentioned that no Premier League player makes it into this Madrid starting 11. And that didn't surprise me. What surprised me was the amount of people that agreed immediately without taking a step back to think about it. I was like, wait a minute. After 2K retweets, someone hasn't made a counter opinion. Like, I don't understand how. I don't see how Mo Salah doesn't get in this team.
Yeah.
Let's start with Mo Salah. Because centre back, you can. I don't think I can shuffle anybody for Rudiger, to be fair.
Yeah, of course.
Right. Which leaves us with one position.
Yeah.
Right. And that one position might not be your favorite guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely last episode.
Absolutely nonsense talk. That no player makes into the. I think in my book, Kyle Walker replaces Carvajal all day, every day of the week.
No chance. No chance in the world.
I play Kyle Walker ahead of him. I feel like
EAFC.
I just look you since. I don't know. I look the best angle. I look the best angle to reply.
Kyle Walker. I play Kyle Walker over him because I feel like Kyle Walker is more dynamic than him.
I don't hear now.
What?
No be only dynamic.
That's actually
you know Duncan Mighty. You don't know Duncan Mighty. Is it that dynamic? dynamic bogi there.
Look like Dynamo Kiev.
As a guy.
No universe. In no universe is
Bro,
can walk over.
On
this
a
play,
serious
Dan
note,
Carver
on a
and-
serious note, of course,
no.
Salah makes it into that team.
No,
without
obviously,
a doubt.
off the top of my head, right?
You know,
I
Salah
think
makes
I
it
think
into
that I think that Dani Alves is probably one of the best right backs to ever do it, right?
Yeah.
But I think very closely behind is Carvajal.
Yeah.
Right. But the player that stood out for me is Mo Salah.
There's no way, Musa. That one is easy now. There's
It's
no.
constant.
Because I think that's the weakest area of Real Madrid's team.
Look,
Sure.
You
in
understand?
fact,
Sure.
I'll tell you what.
Sure.
In the
De Bruyne makes it
current
into that team.
in the current Real Madrid
Bruyne-
team,
De Bruyne makes it into
Bro,
that team.
I tell you what, in the
De Bruyne
current-
plays ahead of Fede Valverde.
of course, in
Definitely.
the current Real Madrid team, I think you can swap every single person on that team except Vinicius. in my
No,
opinion.
relax, relax. You have to make, the caveat has to be
Vinicius
before Cruz
and
retired.
Mbappe.
No, before
Vinicius
Cruz,
and Mbappe.
Hold on,
Rudiger
guys.
also.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
No, what I mean by you can swap, I can understand Rudiger plays, but I'm saying
course.
if you have to, you can swap everybody and get a very, very solid replacement for them, except Vini.
Or maybe
and
an upgrade.
Maybe Mbappe.
Good point.
No, what I'm saying is
Good point.
The caveat here has to be, is it before Cruz retired or not? Because
No,
if-
I'm saying
if-
now. I'm
Current
saying now.
Real
No,
Madrid.
we're talking
team.
current.
I'm saying now.
No,
now.
not
Cruz
the
don't
one
come
of
out
Cruz.
now.
Right.
don't come out.
So
There's
if-
no
if-
way Rodri
if-
doesn't
if-
play.
If Cruz did, Rodri play.
There's no way. Wait. If Cruz day, Rodrigo play.
Rodrigo play.
But he go come be say,
Story right
you
now.
need somebody.
No, Rodri plays.
Rodri
If Cruz,
plays.
if Cruz,
KDB.
But why are we
Rodri-
doing
KDB,
if you want now
Rodri,
wahala
Toni
wey you want
Kroos.
cause?
Rodri
Cruz
KDB,
don't dey again. Why are we
KDB,
doing
Rodri,
it
Toni
this
Kroos.
day? He don't go.
you see the
Rodri
tweets.
plays.
You see the tweets. Small, small.
Now wahala wey you want cause
Small time you go see Cruz.
because he don't go.
Catching Cruz.
Now wetin dey now? Now we dey talk about.
No, but Rodri.
There's no way Rodri doesn't play.
Ahead of
Rodri has to play.
Rodri has to play.
Rodri has to play.
Right now?
Is it Tchouaméni or who?
No, Tchouaméni is a fraud.
No, I don't agree. Tchouaméni is
Nah,
a fraud.
that's
No,
not-
no,
Maybe not a
it's
fraud.
it's not a fraud. It's on fraud watch. It's on fraud watch.
I think it's still a young player. I think it's still a young
Tchouaméni
player.
is-
And
You have to
on.
give room for.
see, this Cruz that we're talking about.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
It wasn't this way now.
He
when
wasn't
he was
boom.
23.
What's it
when he
like?
was 22.
You know,
Nothing at all. Cruz has
Cruz
always
didn't
been
join the
good since
team.
Bayern.
Didn't join
Cruz
the
has
team.
always
and
been
hit
good.
the
Make
ground
I first
running.
come on my shades.
No, Cruz.
This
brilliant
Cruz
lad.
that we're talking about, you remember the analysis you gave on Cruz
I
about?
don't remember anything. That place where you dey go. That place where you dey go. I
Cruz
choose
has
not
always
to.
been good.
See, the
Because that thing where you won't go.
He won't talk
I
to
mean,
you.
you want,
Don't remember.
you want put me on side first. We are on this journey together. By God, I don't remember that conversation.
well, I like that. What says like it? Bro, the Cruz.
Okay, after Cruz.
No, I mean, there's no way Rodri doesn't play.
KDB.
I'm sure never start. Person don't cry for that. There's no
KDB.
way Rodri doesn't play. There's no way KDB doesn't play.
Then you can put maybe
Salah plays
Salah
every
has to
day
play,
of the
of
week,
course.
twice on Sunday,
Exactly.
right?
I
Who
think
else?
those three.
No. When you now look at
Let's not push our luck.
When you now look at-
make a case for those three.
That
no, you can
defense.
make a case for those three.
William Saliba over
No,
Eder
Saliba.
Militao.
No. Because
Yeah,
because we have
over
only
Militao.
one slot.
Not so
Because
soon.
we have only
Not
one
so
slot,
soon.
Van Dijk goes in there. I'm sorry
course,
to Saliba.
of
Van
course,
Dijk goes in
of
there.
course.
I know you want to make the argument for
I totally-
Saliba
I
over
totally
Van
disagree
Dijk.
with you.
But Van Dijk
Saliba
goes
is-
in there.
Saliba is a young player.
Yeah.
You know, he has a
Van
lot-
Dijk goes
So
in there.
because
There's
he's young,
He
no.
so-
has a
Ande
lot
cannot
to
go enter
learn.
there.
No, he has a lot to learn.
See, let me tell you.
Because,
See, let me tell you.
Hasn't won anything.
of course.
See,
So,
just
we're
by that,
talking
just by that.
Madrid
You
now.
know,
We're
so
not
Madrid
talking
is
just
not
anything.
Arsenal, bro.
We're
So
talking
he
the
hasn't-
person
he
that
hasn't
walks
won
into
anything.
Madrid.
of course. So
Saliba, in my opinion, right now,
Me, be like you come out.
No.
No.
It's not that Eder Militao is such a good defender than Saliba. Saliba doesn't bench him now, in my opinion. It's not that, and this is me that said Saliba should be best player, PFA player of the league last season.
So why you can't
But
talk
he's
say
not that Eder Militao is better than him. But Saliba doesn't bench him now.
Why?
Inside that Madrid team.
Why?
I'm not saying in another team. Inside that Madrid
why?
team.
Why?
See,
there are
because
dynamics
I-
in that
okay,
Madrid.
because
When
playing
I
for
think
Real
say- when I think
Madrid,
say if Real Madrid
playing
sign
for Real
Saliba
Madrid,
now, they will sign him to stay bench.
Me.
No, let's
plenty
answer
pass you.
that question.
We
Me,
plenty
me,
pass
Una
you.
fit plenty men una no reach. Una fit plenty men una no reach. Una fit plenty men una no reach.
that one day, but now for you look at you be that.
No, look
For here we get rules. For here we get rules. Once we don't play pass you, you go free am.
Cinema. No.
See,
No, him be Chelsea fan. Nah,
Why you bringing fan base into? So why you bringing fan base into?
If Saliba did that Madrid team,
you go calm down first.
you dey tell me say Saliba go sit down for bench.
Relax first.
It's not
No,
possible.
don't be say if it's possible.
It's not
See, let me tell
possible.
you. Let me tell you something. One of the reasons why.
Understand something.
Bro,
I dey
no
get
vex.
wetin on the point. Wetin I try to talk say he never win.
You go calm down.
Relax.
Security, please.
One of the reasons
Remove
why
this guy.
I'll try and make.
Security said na Saliba fan.
I'll try and make
That was
parallels. I'll try and make parallels.
Okay.
I remember very clearly when we were talking about Saka, for example. My own point at the time was that Saka as 18, 19 was carrying this Arsenal team that was just trying to build. And that's why I rated him so high, because of the responsibility he had to play through. So when you now come to Madrid, the dynamics of playing for Real Madrid, because you have not gone there to play it, because we know what that level is to play there, I can't immediately just rate you over someone, more so because you have not won anything with all the goodness and all the things you have done.
Very good
I have
point.
not seen you in
Very
the
good
eye of the... I have not seen
Eye of the storm.
you in the eye of the storm. I have not seen them
I get
put
your point.
you beside
Brilliant
fire
point, actually.
and keep your calm.
This is it.
Except you want to make a point
That is higher than that.
incredibly superior to this. say it now or say silent forever.
So when you're talking about a player winning trophies and what have you, don't forget that this is a team sport. It is not
course.
an individual sport.
But everybody needs to pull their weight.
I get your point. And when talking about
this is a race
pulling weight,
horse
in
racing.
the last two seasons, will you rate any defender, all sincerity, over William Saliba in the Premier
I
League?
don't rate anybody over him last season.
Individually.
Individually.
No, but
That is the point that I'm trying to make. I understand. Phil Jones won a lot of trophies with Manchester United.
Can I ask
Will
a
you rate
question?
Phil Jones as top 20 defender in the Premier League?
Hold on.
I'm sorry to say, but that's a shit.
He can be shit
But
analogy.
can I ask a
the point
question?
I'm trying to make is,
Hold on.
we're
Can
talking
I ask
about
a
individual
question?
players here.
Can I ask a question?
The point is, I'm pro Saliba, and
I am too.
I love the kid to bits, but I'll tell you that in that Real Madrid team,
Yeah.
that there's so much. It's not just football ability.
Yeah.
It's skin. I've not seen Saliba play in that kind of team.
I have a question.
That team is
So these two guys have not convinced you already.
That team.
Lee, I have a
understand
question for
something.
you.
That team, to go into that team and win trophies,
Yeah.
pin down a shirt, play through a very vociferous crowd, week in,
I have
week
only
out
one question
years.
for you, Nee.
It's not the same like playing at
I have
Arsenal.
one question
But
for
all
you,
came
Nee.
back from injury.
It's not.
From
and played
an
Champions
ACL
League
injury.
Champions League
I went
final.
and won the Champions League. I have one question for you. This same Saliba that I said over the last 2 seasons. That last season where you don't talk, Arsenal don't bought you the league or not?
2 seasons ago.
Did they bought you the league or
Yeah,
not?
sure.
Is Saliba part of the team that bought you the league or not?
He got injured.
Bro,
Towards the end of the
is he
season.
is he an Arsenal player?
I can also make a case
Or
that
not.
probably when he got injured was why Arsenal lost the league.
Okay, Nee. In fact, you know what? I don't vex. Why would you try to convince Nee? What's that? Let us know your thoughts as far as all of that goes. But just because we actually make this, I think you would like this one. We make this this conversation, but we couldn't quite get it around, and it sort of popped up on my tail once more about left footers who are young, and I've seen a couple of stats now about Lamine Yamal, who I feel is every day showing different levels to his game. I thought at the Euros, the biggest takeaway from me was the maturity of the kid.
Yeah,
Too mature for his at least 6 years ahead of his age. Because my biggest fear with young players is it's not about their talent. The talent is there. You don't make it into the team if you don't have talent. Sure. But it's about in those very intense games, can you read the situation and know where to be? Know what mood the team has to be in. Cool head.
Not get overexcited when you get on the ball.
And honestly, I don't remember a young player. I don't remember a young player. And this is since Rooney, and Leo Messi them that understand the exact mood of the game. Maybe could be Meno from last season, but he hasn't played at that level. I mean, he played in the Euros finals, right? But I don't think I've seen him do it as a bonfire starter. So the point I wanted to make was left-footed players, right? and you weren't here for this conversation, so I'm gonna ask you first. Who do you think has a better left foot, Mr. Greenwood or Lamine Yamal?
Greenwood. It has to be Greenwood. I mean, Greenwood was rated
Love it.
ahead of Saka and every other young player, in the Premier League, when he started with United. Left foot, right foot, but I think his left is more, stronger and, deadlier than his right foot. And that boy would have, I don't know, if not for the scandal he had, I don't think United will be suffering the way they're suffering right now.
I agree.
In all sincerity, that boy is something else. It's really, really something. At some point, I was wishing Arsenal can just
I was too, actually. But
cancel all the noise around and just
it's the same society. They won't let it happen.
sign that boy, But then again, it's the same society, but United is higher. The noise for United will be higher than Arsenal.
See what I did for you there. You got it wrong the first time I put you on side. So welcome to the show, right? But Rafai, you have a different opinion. I look. When you choose one player over another, right? We're not talking overall talent. Do you understand?
Sure.
Because overall ability, all facets of the game, I think Yamal is one or two levels ahead of Greenwood.
Exactly.
And we have to say that knowing that Greenwood's progress has stalled, because at the trajectory he was on, it was Lamine Yamal trajectory, But I just feel like that left foot. My thing is with finishing. With the finishing, he's better.
Yeah.
But with movements, with pass selection, I don't think Greenwood's left foot comes in. I don't think you see it as much with pass selection, stop and run, choice, control, first touch, all that kind of stuff.
Right now, or when it started.
For Lamine Yamal,
Across.
for Lamine Yamal, I think he's he plays on the right-hand side, but he's a player, when you see him play, he can easily play in a number 10 position.
Yeah.
Because of you talked about his thoughtfulness when he gets on the ball. And, every time I see him run at the defender, I'm not worried about the defender as much as I'm worried about the people in front of the goal. Because he's always looking to pick out a pass from somebody who's rushing into the area. And he's so thoughtful in terms of his presence of mind when he gets on the ball. And for that, that's why he's at the top of the food chain in terms of, young players. But in terms of left foot, I've not seen a better left foot than Greenwood since Robin van Persie.
I agree with that.
And he hits the ball so clean and so pure.
Yeah.
When he strikes the ball, you always certainly is going to get into the back of the net.
Who's got Wale's trying to, drop
Robin.
into it. Robin has a great left foot with close control. But I don't think his left foot ability was better than Van Persie's left foot.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. I mean, Van Persie was...
Van Persie's
I think Van Persie's left foot is... Look, with all due respect to... Messi is the GOAT.
Yeah.
Right? But honestly, I think some things that Robin can do with... Van Persie could do with his technique.
Yeah, in terms of technique,
I honestly don't think that Messi has the technique.
You see how his legs are.
You honestly don't think
I don't think that Messi has the technique that
who has?
to strike the ball. No.
You know why you scratch your ear?
I'm on the edge of a cliff. I know.
Don't let him push you.
Make I know whether make I just push you.
You know what just comes to mind? That Kevin Prince Boateng video,
Yep.
where he talks about Messi keeping the ball in the training. He said, I swear, I'm not joking. He picks it, scores. When he doesn't score, he say he will take 100, score 98.
And that's why
He say when he doesn't score, he looks like, wow, something extraordinary.
Honestly, the point I'm making, and it has to be very listened to, right? Or carefully listened to. In terms of striking the ball from different positions, different angles, awkward angles, ball in flight, the technique, body shape, aligning to the ball.
With that,
I don't think Lionel Messi has the technique.
I agree with that.
I don't think Messi
in
can
terms of
execute
striking the ball. In terms of striking the ball, because
look, what Messi does very well, right? And look, again, Messi does everything very well, right? Passing, everything.
You know the funny thing? I can even go as far as saying that in terms of just pure hitting the ball, I think Van Persie is better than Messi.
ball striking.
Ball
That
striking.
I can agree with.
In
But
terms
Ball
of
striking.
No, that's not what you're
Yeah,
saying.
in terms
No,
of
what you're
striking
saying is
the
Ball
ball.
striking.
You see what he just said is just putting your foot through it,
Through a ball.
hitting it with as much force as possible.
Hitting it and
technique,
hitting
And
it
you
know,
see the
on
reason
on half-
why
on half spin.
I can agree with that because I think we saw Van Persie do a lot of that. Messi finesses the ball even when he finesses. So you are not really. So I can agree with that. But you see what you were talking about. He hitting it at different angles and all that. I feel Van Persie is able to do that. There's a physical part of his makeup for him to be able to do that. Hitting it in flight, the ball is flying, he don't fly, knock him. We're talking strike the ball.
Messi
I'll
low
give you a
center of
little
gravity.
example. I'll give you a little
Messi low center of
example.
gravity means saying fit.
I'll give you
If he gumbo for a leg now, of course
I'll
now,
give you a
yeah.
little
Sure,
homework.
sure.
Yeah.
Go and Google Arsenal Charlton. I think the game ended 3-1. It was many years ago,
cross from
2005.
cross from Emmanuel
Boy.
Let me go and do it. I'm coming.
Jesus Christ of Nazareth. You need to see the
And that was a
technique
volley.
Yeah.
on the volley.
Yeah.
He's off the ground.
Off the ground.
Both legs, smashes it on the volley. It is unbelievable.
That's-
in terms of pure technique.
That's it. No, wait. What you just described is
Yeah.
exactly what I'm talking about. Van Persie is able to do that partly down to his
His body,
physical.
the way
we're
he
talking
is built.
manipulating the
ball.
ball
No,
with
no,
how
no,
you
the-
strike it, and that's what we're talking
once
about.
we talk manipulation, once the word manipulation
Because
comes
no, I'm not, no. The manipulation,
no.
the manipulation I'm even talking about is not dribbling.
Yeah, of course.
The manipulation I'm talking about is even ball striking.
Of course.
Getting the ball,
Then
bending
pull,
it,
yeah.
or hitting it. See, like,
Allison till today doesn't know what hit him. That free kick.
you understand what I'm saying? And
That
the
free
thing
kick.
about Messi as well is, and I think also this same argument we're talking about, this Van Persie and Messi situation, I think is also what we're talking about with Greenwood and Yamal. With Greenwood, I find that everyone that's speaking Greenwood, the left foot over Yamal is, they are describing it in so many ways, but I feel like they are talking about just pure striking the ball.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, Greenwood, that ability to strike the ball comes alive when he's facing the goalpost.
Sure.
But we're talking about who has the better left foot. When we now put it about just playing football all around, can Greenwood pin, how effective is his left foot pinning 40, 50-yard passes? How effective is his left foot dribbling out of a tight spot? How effective is his left foot bending one in from outside of the 18-yard area?
And the award for the best producer of the year goes
This
to.
is the ball, yeah.
No, getting the clip.
Now look at this.
Yeah.
Like, how do you?
I don't know any player that can do that thing. You see that thing I just watched?
How do you do that?
I don't know if I can do. Anyway, guys, let's have to progress the conversation. Let's move on, right? So obviously it was Champions League week. Guys, get into the conversation as well. Let us know what you make of the opening, two sequences. I thought these things that came up on my timeline.
Having investment.
Is he a best builder?
It's observing investment.
Are you building?
That's why they looking for. They're looking for
Are you building?
investments
are you
all
building towards
across
something?
Europe, South America,
Are you
and
building
sometimes
I'm
in
embarrassed.
Africa.
I'm embarrassed.
Are you building towards something?
Mind your business. You shot, man.
And I know your wife doesn't call. I know your wife doesn't call you when you're recording.
You understand?
Your daughter is not
You don't- you
old
don't
enough to
tell
call
them
you.
your
Yeah.
daughter doesn't have a
And
phone.
those are the people that can call you. So what are you doing on that phone?
And you don't get container where they come from China.
So
Wait, they passed.
there was a cut.
Nice one. Nice
You were
one.
there.
Nice one.
You were there.
I'm gonna do you back.
Guys, get in on the conversation. Let's know your thoughts as always. I want to start off with, Arsenal, right? And I think it's important to start off with them, obviously off the back of the Tottenham win. And when I watched the game, I thought before the game rather, it's a shame that we didn't have the time to do the predictions last week. But before the game, I thought Arsenal would struggle, and they did struggle. But for me, I was looking at what the manager was going to do more than what the team were going to do. And I found that the manager, every day Arteta plays, every day he puts out the team, I'm just more, appreciative of, his overall, ethos and how he approaches the game, what he knows how to do with the game. I thought Arteta set up that game. In season before, he would have set up the game and accepted the draw easily. Easily would have accepted the draw. And I think that even some of the best managers in the fourth game of the season or fifth game, was it fifth game? Fourth game. The draw wasn't going to be a disaster. You know, points will be won and lost. But the intensity from him on the touchline to make sure it translates the temperatures of the players that what we need is a win. And anything other than a win, irrespective of who is on the pitch, will be unacceptable. For me, was the clearest indication of how far they built the team to this point. And I think he understands the task clearly. You're up against a monster. Any slip-up, no excuses will be tolerated. And for me, that was a big step in the progress of Arsenal. Now, what that does for the entire team is to send an entire message to everybody, right? The first season, the excuse was we didn't have Saliba, right? Second season, he was there. We didn't still win the league. So excuses don't count.
Sure.
Right? Sure. So this season now, if we lose both centre-backs plus Odegaard, if after 5 years with you, everyone in this team cannot pull their weight such that if we don't win by 3-0, we win by 1-0,
Sure.
then I probably don't need to renew that contract. Or I made a mistake renewing that contract. And I thought he did that excellently. I thought he translated that to the team excellently so. And that was for me to take on from the Arsenal game.
Yeah, it was. And I sort of had an inkling how that game was going to pan out. You know, clearly I knew that, you know, without Odegaard, without Declan Rice, you lose that intensity. You lose that, you know, that bit of physicality in terms of, you know, pressing high up the pitch and Declan progressing with the ball and all of that. So what you needed was discipline. What you needed was being very clinical when you had one or two chances. And defensively, Arsenal were solid. You know, I said it jokingly, you know, that game could have been played 5 days and Tottenham won't score because Arsenal were, you know, there was a time Arteta stood up and, you know, he was, you know, beckoning on the players, you know, play closely.
Go narrow.
You know, play closely to each other. And with that, you know, it shows, and I totally agree in terms of, you know, how far he has come because he now understands that it's not enough to not just, you know, in difficult circumstances, it's not enough to just, you know, take a point. Because if we are sitting here talking about it, if Arsenal had won at the Etihad last season and they had such a brilliant performance that they just didn't put the ball in the net, if they had won at the Etihad, that could have been the title. And the mentality in going to this sort of game, and this last weekend was going to be a real test, you know, without two very important players. It was going to be, how do you manage yourself with this kind of games? And make no mistake about it, Arsenal created chances. You know, it wasn't much. But the mentality would be go there and win.
Yeah.
You cannot draw.
Before the game, is there a chance? First of all, is it just me or Postecoglou has reviewed his highline in the Premier League?
Yeah, of course he has.
Yes.
Yeah, he
Yes.
has.
Anyways.
No, I was looking forward to the highlight.
You would have been 3-0.
I was looking forward to the highlight.
You don't
but
learn.
it
You don't
didn't
learn.
happen.
You don't learn.
And maybe the Arsenal lineup, you know, possibly, you know, restricted him a little bit.
Yeah.
Because having Martinelli in the lineup, you know, just it's different. If he's Trossard, you can play highlight.
Well, at the beginning, he would have done it anyway. And that's why he did the press conference. He said, that's who we are going to be.
Yeah.
At the beginning, he would have done it.
But I've got to say, I'm a tad. I feel so. The players I constantly keep a focus on, right, a radar on, and Martinelli is one of the players, you know, who's always constantly on my radar.
I'm worried for him.
I like him a lot, but I think he's regressed just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Confidence
Now,
is
whether that is
absolutely
down
low.
of
Off the back of
confidence,
second half of last season, you know, and I like the fact, just like you said, I think everyone in the team understands that.
you know, go try to give you something comfortable for your hand.
Something will be your own.
So I think everyone understands that even if Martinelli doesn't play, whoever comes into play knows that I can't settle for less. I can't just play anyhow. You know, you get to sit on the bench. Even the Arsenal fans will say we need more attacking, you know, players. And aside from scoring and assist, which that is what we use in rating players right now, I think Martinelli is doing what he's supposed to do, stretch the defense.
That's why, actually, sorry to cut short, that's why Arteta prefers him. Martinelli is a proper winger. Trossard is not a winger. Trossard is a guy, he's a midfield player who likes to play behind a striker. Martinelli is a winger.
Champions League final, who are you playing?
I play Martinelli. I play Martinelli because Martinelli, apart from just what he does at the top end of the pitch, his defensive consciousness is too high.
Champions League final, you play Martinelli.
I play Martinelli.
Yeah, I think I'll play Martinelli.
They're not meant.
Because I feel like he's a big game player. He's
Martinelli.
yeah.
I was going to say Trossard is the difference
No,
maker in any
yeah,
game.
no,
Big game, small game. He's a
Trossard,
difference maker.
Trossard makes
coming
it
in
different.
as a sub.
No, I like.
No, he's a difference
I like,
maker.
I like, I like to see
Point
the
blank.
amount of points Trossard's goals have won Arsenal.
Yeah.
You get.
And I'm sure it's not less than 10 points.
He's a difference
From
maker,
last season.
irrespective of
He
who
makes
you are
a
playing.
difference.
But then
of
again,
course.
if you check it, it's usually when it comes up from
Off the
And
bench.
when you
bench.
play in
Arsenal fans
finals,
don't like him starting games.
when you play in
I don't like him
finals,
starting games. I don't know why.
He's annoying, very annoying. You know, he hangs on to the ball a tad too much, and he's not as tricky as Martinelli. You know, getting past people is not. You know,
It won't even stretch the
you know,
opposing team defense.
But
the way
why
Martinelli.
Arteta likes his wingers to hog the touchline. Trossard doesn't like to hog the touchline. You know,
Yeah.
he likes to come inside. He wants to get a chance on the ball. You know, to have a striker.
you know what I think about Martinelli, and I'm not comparing the player. I'm just saying they might be suffering from the same thing. Rashford too.
Yeah,
I'm not comparing the player.
yeah, understandable.
What I think where the game is now, where it's now almost like an accepted thing where wingers are judged by goals and all that. I feel like if wingers, with everything that they do, really, really focus on being chance creators,
Yeah.
if it wasn't an accepted thing that, if you don't score goals, you are useless. You see now, even online, when you sign a new winger, they're already counting. He hasn't scored 0-7.
Yeah.
0-7.
So,
You know, this is a brilliant point because there's a chance he had, you know, in the first half against Tottenham.
Just got to go.
Squared
You
ball
know,
to Saka.
you know, because of this thing you just said,
He wanted to
he's
score.
suffering from a confidence problem.
Yeah.
Because if he's not suffering from that confidence problem, you know, thinking I've not scored in a while, you know, they're
Yeah.
counting
You're right.
this and
You're
he
right.
plays the ball across to
I feel
Saka.
like-
Saka scores.
And you know what's crazy? I don't think we have a lot of wingers who are elite finishers. Not a lot. Wingers are usually chance creators. They're
Yeah.
very good at taking on players. They hold with, now they are not tasked with you have to score. And most of the time, with all the running,
The king is Mo Salah.
Yeah.
you get the king is Mo Salah. With all the running that you have to do most of the time, to finish at the end, to
It can be
at the-
tiring.
It can be tiring.
Very,
And then
very
people don't
tiring.
get it sometimes. You run and you get to the position where you need to shoot, and you shoot the ball. It's like you're passing.
No, I hear
not
that,
spend
but at the top level, it cannot be an excuse.
No, at the top
I was
level.
watching Glenn Hoddle, and who's probably my favorite pundit, you know, and he made a point about, you know, at the top level you play, you know, you get into that goal scoring position, you have one job: bring your heart rate down. You get
Calm.
bring your heart rate down and see the entire picture.
It is very hard.
Bro,
It's very hard.
No,
It's very hard.
Yeah, it's very hard.
you know why it's not. You know why it's not hard. For football players, right? You are an attacking player.
Yep.
The law of averages says that you will be in that position at least once every game.
Not
Right.
when you've been running.
No. No, the law of average is simple. If I'm a striker, I would have at least 2 or 3 chances every game. Right? Right? Because I'm closest to the goal. Just by being closer to the goal.
Yeah.
You would most likely find yourself in a position where I have to just
Yeah.
be slow and see the entire picture. I was watching The Overlap, my favorite podcast. And Patrick Evra was a great episode, by the way. And he was saying that they asked him, who did you like playing, you know, in front of you the most, all the wingers? He said, look, I played with Cristiano, but Rangnick is the best player I played with. Best winger I played with. Because Rangnick taught him so much. What Rangnick taught him was, when you're crossing the ball, right, as a left winger, or a left back, all you need to say, he said, Patrice, the defender's leg is always open, right? Cross it between his leg. Because if you're trying to go here, you make a cut back to, the angle will be too acute. And if you try to go outside, you maybe don't have the bend to
beat the
away from the
goalkeeper.
goalkeeper. So go between his legs. The legs are always open. And Patrice said, look, the moment he realized that, his crosses were always between. So you see, why I say it's not hard is because at the top level, those little margins, those observations are more frequent. So you play as a winger, Martinelli, you know that in a game of this magnitude, these guys play high line. With my pace, more often than not, I might find myself in a position where all I need to do is just breathe and see the bigger picture. Now, for us, it looks like a hell of a task because you don't play football every day. You don't run. Ever was saying as a winger, as a left back, you have to run 12 kilometers, you know, every game.
Every game.
At Juventus, if you run 8 kilometers in the game, you complete the next 4. the next day. Do you understand? So what seems abnormal to us is fair territory.
No, I get what you're
any
saying.
players.
As a professional player,
Yeah.
you are expected that these things you'll be in this position and so you should. But what I'm saying is when I say wingers being elite finishers, see, we say it for strikers that, like what Glenn said, slow down your heart rate and all that. But you see also for strikers, the best striker or the volume goal scorers, right? They catch goalkeepers by surprise. They catch defenders by surprise. Sometimes the goalkeeper doesn't expect he's going to shoot. The defender doesn't expect he's going to shoot. And what they have learned for themselves is that it is now a part of them. Whether they slow the ball down before they shoot or not, their heart rate when they are in that position is at where it's supposed to be. Drogba said it as well that, look, you have to remain calm until you see the ball at the back of the net. For wingers, the context is completely different for wingers. Because first of all, we always talk about, at the start of the show, you said strikers are made, they are born, they are not made and all that. That thing about that mask man traits in the box, not a lot of people, like there are very few people who even actually have it. And then you now come to even being able to strike the ball. The reason why strikers score lots of goals is having very, very good ball striking. If your ball striking is, in fact, it is when you don't trust your ball striking that you slow down before you take a shot.
Exactly.
Because you are trying to get to a closer place. Let me eliminate all these defenders. Yeah, that's what happens to Nicolas Jackson. I know.
Yeah.
You want to eliminate everybody because you don't trust your ball striking. That's what happens. So the scenario, the context is different for wingers. If you don't have that ball striking, it's also why a lot of wingers, the wingers that score the most goals, they don't score it in front of the goalkeeper.
I think sorry, let me just make this point. 3-4 years ago, Martinelli was one of Arsenal's very important players. Why? Because he was not scoring so much, but he was making a lot of assists because he was doing a job of a winger. That's why that point you
chance
made,
creation.
that point you made was really brilliant. He was.
God bless you, because
he was just putting himself in a position,
Yeah.
get
Create
with
for
the
the
ball,
team.
and
Yeah.
get
Chance
the
creation.
pressure of
I have to
Martinelli
get goals.
hasn't scored
Then
15
2
goals.
seasons ago,
Two
he
seasons
scores
ago,
goals.
he started scoring
15 goals in the Premier
And
League.
since then, the pressure is he has,
has
to
to
score
better the
goals. He
number
has to
of
score.
goals.
Now his decision making has regressed a bit.
You get-
now because that chance against Tottenham, there's no chance he doesn't whip that ball first time and Saka taps it into an open net.
Yeah.
But now in his head, he's thinking about the newspapers. He's
have to
thinking
score.
about the commentaries. He has to score. So that has really affected him a little bit, and that's why I feel like his confidence is very low. But he needs to, because when he's on his game, he's.
I think
this point he made. Sorry, guys. This point he made. What I wanted to actually define before he made the comments, which is actually almost telepathic, is that we had to define when Rufai kept saying using the word wingers, and you have to watch for how many teams use actual wingers. Very few teams use actual wingers. What you have in the modern game now, and as it's being called, are inside forwards.
Yeah.
So in actuality, they are not wingers, right?
Yeah.
If you play for Arsenal, United, Liverpool, right, Tottenham, you can't call Heung-min Son a winger.
Yeah.
You understand? I mean, what we know traditionally growing
Yeah,
up,
winger,
So
definitely.
it's a bit of a semantic flaw, right? But what they actually are, they're not centre forwards, but they're inside forwards, right? Because I think the biggest trait for centre forwards is being able to play with your back to goal and hold up some play at least at some point in time. But Martinelli, Heung-min Son, Mo Salah, Mane, they are not wingers.
Yeah.
No,
Right.
I think Martinelli
Martinelli
is a winger.
is still a winger.
I think Martinelli is a winger.
think
You know what I
Saka
think?
is-
You know what I think?
Arsenal actually signed Martinelli as a striker.
To respond to respond.
Now, when he was playing at his club, Ituan, he was playing as a striker.
striker, yeah.
He thinks he's a striker.
Okay.
When I saw him first, I thought he
that
was a
puts a
striker.
different angle.
He thinks he's a striker. But Arteta thinks he's a winger. And it has to do with the coaching Arteta has done on him, because he understands, at every time Arsenal are on the front foot, you always find him and Saka on the touchline. They are
Exactly.
never out
Martinelli
of,
So that's where
they are never
Martinelli
out of
especially.
position.
you see. This is what I want to say.
Particularly Martinelli. For instance, when there's a corner, if Arsenal get a turnover and get a corner and Raya wants to switch
He
the
knows
ball,
his guy is there.
the very first person he looks at is Martinelli. So the guy has mastered the art of being a winger I think it's because of the coaching. And that's why Arteta prefers him. You know, people don't understand me. I get the way Arteta wants to play. You know, Trossard is more decisive, you know, in those key areas. Trossard is a guy who, once there is a loose ball,
I think he's the most decisive
He
player
won't
in
shoot
the
you.
entire front line for
Straight.
Arsenal.
Trossard.
Trossard
Not
is-
to concern and say want to
He
dress ball.
shoots anywhere.
Once the ball drops,
Once
Trossard
you see
hits
Alex,
it. And he's, in my opinion, he's the best finisher we have in our team. If we have 80 chances in a season and 60 of them fall to Trossard will score 40 goals.
Definitely.
He's that deadly.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
He's
I
that
agree.
deadly.
I agree.
Gentlemen, Arsenal, a bit of progress there, in my opinion, and I think Arsenal fans would like this one. Very much.
I also wanted to say about Spurs, right? That was why I asked the question about whether this guy has reviewed this. Maybe we overrated them going into that Arsenal game a little bit. Maybe we gave them more credit than they deserved in terms of being a formidable opposition for Arsenal. Not that they weren't a formidable opposition.
But in all fairness, Rufai, I think you want to be harsh. But in all
No,
fairness,
I don't want to be
But
harsh.
I
Look
think
at it.
it's
I thought
because
they played well.
Declan
No,
and
so
Martin.
see,
I thought
bros,
they played well.
at the again, like you said, at the highest level.
They're not the highest level, to be fair.
No, I'm not saying Tottenham highest level. I'm saying when you play at they're
highest-
playing at the highest level.
Yeah.
The team might not be at their highest level, but they are
playing
playing
at
in the
the
Premier
highest
League. That's the
level, yeah.
highest level of English football,
Yeah.
or even European football. At that highest level,
Please.
playing
Highest
well,
level he ran for his Champions League.
playing well.
from quarterfinal, from semi-final up.
Too like trouble.
Let's not. That thing that Ten Hag is doing is not highest level.
So
That thing that Ten Hag doesn't even get not highest level, please. When you get to the round of 16, you don't play Champions League song like this.
you know, at that level,
Let's not do that.
when you
That's
come,
the Maresca they do the highest level.
If I leave this
it's
one,
English football, not European football. It's in Europe.
leave
I
this
don't know.
one.
Let's- let's-
So
La CONCACAF. Let's not do that.
Oh, no, Japanese league. I don't understand.
bro, as this guy,
It doesn't put the look Madrid they struggle to score. They score 2-1, score 3-1. Hey, play them for quarterfinals, you know?
bro, you play them for quarterfinal. That's how you know.
Now that you go to
Whether
that.
they will not leave you.
You see that Stuttgart game? I see people they write for Twitter. I say, this Madrid, they just did play near. I think see this game, Madrid go win them. No worry, no stress yourself. See this game.
No, do allow Madrid enter quarterfinal.
that's
While I
all.
don't start.
I think a company do one interview where I like. Very nice interview.
Oh,
say,
after that win.
sweet, very good interview, respect, but that 9-0 they go for Champions League, won't fly. Like, for what you don't seen, that goes with Raya.
Yes,
I think you're going to say Harry Kane.
the goals go dry up now. Because as senior man, you they play that. Bro. Yes, now. So what I was saying was that with Spurs, you said, oh, they play well. At that level, bro, playing well. What's playing well? Teams can have bad games. Wait,
Playing well against a very good
wait,
opponent.
wait. Teams can have bad games. But at that level, you come off and you say, yeah, we played well. I mean, can you tell me at any point in the game that Arsenal were in trouble? At any point in the game? Any
But
at
that
all.
speaks more of Arsenal.
I agree. But I'm also saying,
speaks
no.
Arsenal without two of their best players.
Without two of
It's
their
a
best
bad
players.
look- it's a bad look
on you as Spurs.
No, but defensively.
Except we're saying,
no,
oh,
hold
Spurs.
on, hold on. Arsenal have gone to Aston Villa and make no mistake about it. There are not up to 3 teams this season who will keep a clean sheet at Aston Villa. Mark my word. There are not up to 3 teams this season who will keep a clean sheet at Aston Villa. Arsenal have gone there and kept a clean sheet. And that tells you how defensively solid
Solid
Arsenal
team
are.
is.
You don't understand me. I am not saying.
He
I am
get your
not
point.
saying
He
whether
get
you
your
consider.
point.
I am not saying
But
whether you
for
considered
team
or
where
not.
other guys no day, where Declan Rice
I am
no
not
dey.
saying whether you considered or not. I am asking, was there a time in that game that Arsenal looked in
Sincerely,
trouble?
none.
You don't have to concede.
Yeah.
If you be saying that then miss chance. But was there a time in the game when Arsenal looked in trouble? And that's for me, I look at Spurs and when you look at the entire team, you pick out only Son as a guy that looks a really, really, really top player.
Madison is a top player.
Kulusevski.
I think
I don't put Madison on fraud watch. I love him.
Kulusevski.
He's a good player, but I don't put him on
He's
fraud
not,
watch.
he's not fraud watch, please.
I put him on fraud watch. He hasn't done
Is
anything.
he your fraud watch?
You understand? Do your own
Now my own, I put
Look at my own list.
I put him on fraud watch because I see him be turning and twisting and turning when he's playing Burnley. Now he play the big boys.
If
he score, he will like this.
you don't Saliba.
Against Burnley, you go do like that. Now,
He dey play that.
top team now.
That championship.
The turning now will now be happening close to his post.
He played that championship.
when Gabriel score, White look at you say, yeah, what you?
He played that championship.
Yeah.
Who won win league? Let's stop that celebration. And let's face serious
It's
war.
just banter now.
It's just celebration.
Celebration,
But I just look at the Spurs team right now. I'm thinking, look, Postecoglou is a good guy.
So
I don't know.
He should have scored. There's a chance that he
That
had
one
it.
that Arsenal made a mistake.
Yeah,
I scored that chance.
No, he maybe not score, but
Bro,
He wasted
No.
time.
he
No.
wasted too much time.
He wasted too
all
much
you
time.
need to do.
He wasted time.
See, it's something about Haaland that I've noticed. It took me.
Haaland has
It took
gone.
me.
Haaland
They
has
go
gone
far
to
now.
another
Call-
level.
you call them Haaland.
Call John Duran.
No, you don't even call John Duran. That John Duran ball striking is elite.
No.
Very, very.
And before this
I
season,
used to watch
let me finish the
this
point.
kid, this Duran. He used to play for one club in the MLS. I used to watch MLS that year. I don't know why ESPN stopped showing MLS. And this boy was, I think, 1920. The first time I saw him, they put a ball to him on the run, like this. You know, this ball they put on the channels like this.
Can't get away from him.
And the ball he ran. The ball just ran like that, and he smashed it first time and scored.
You know,
that's the first time I saw him.
dress ball. How you dey dress
boy.
ball?
That's the ball striking.
He can strike
making
the
a point.
ball.
So, it took me a bit of time to notice about Haaland, right? But I think the biggest thing about Haaland is knowing where he is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that all the training you do in a week as a football player, right, is targeted towards one thing, 90 minutes. Inside 90 minutes, you need to know exactly where your yards are.
As a
Of
striker.
course, as a striker.
I'm 4 yards to the goal. I'm 16 yards from goal. You get. This
Takes
is
a
where
lot of
No,
concentration.
it takes a lot of concentration. What I have noticed from Haaland, more than anybody else I've watched in a while, is that whenever he's in the 18, all he's interested in is not controlling the ball. He just wants to strike the ball.
Let me see.
Because we have walked the ball up to this point of the
Yeah.
pitch.
Not extra.
I don't need an extra touch here.
yeah.
I don't know if
So-
Wale
so-
can
so-
get
so- hold on a sec.
Sporting
Lee,
Lisbon first goal.
Hold on a sec. He scored 9 goals. I promise if you watch 8 of those goals, he struck it first time.
Yeah.
You don't see what I talk.
He struck it
You don't
first
see what
time.
I talk
About
when we dey
striker
talk
and
about
wingers.
ball striking, strikers and wingers.
Yeah.
See, bro,
The
the most
ball is
important.
scored from, sorry,
The Brentford girl.
the Brentford
The
goal
second
from-
one.
the first one.
Second
No, the
one. When I just give him, he just touch him with his right, knock him, boom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me tell you, the most important attribute a striker can have is ball striking. I'm telling you, it is ball striking. You can learn all these other things, your positioning, but if your ball striking is not good, what happens? Do you know
It
how
affects your other side of the
everything?
part of the
Do you
game.
know how I know this thing? You know when you come that
He
field,
gets shot and get ball. He take 2
He-
hours, 2 hours to control the ball.
you know when you come.
You don't even dribble. Gabriel just go on dribble ref.
See,
join.
that time that he's turning on that ball, Haaland will be reeling away.
He's really Just cause since yesterday.
I give enough time for Vincent.
Have you
Now
seen?
to say Pep no get sense.
Have you
He
seen?
said
You see
Gabriel
when you
just
come?
give
You
Arsenal
see when
ball.
you come down when they play penalty. You see when you come down when they play
Yeah.
penalty. You know Ed. Ed does all right. I'm using this guy as an example to try and get this point. You see,
Shout out to Ed, man.
you see, most of the time when you see people want to hit the ball really hard, they put their foot to it. Most of the time it's always. Have you seen people hit the ball with the side of their
Yeah.
foot
Side of it,
and
yeah.
generate as much force?
Force.
Bro, now ball
Nani.
striking. Not be everybody Sabiam.
Nani.
Ed, when they play that penalty they play on that field. So you set the ball, you can't move backward. So you have to put your standing foot beside
No
the
back
ball.
lift.
No back lift. You have to put this standing foot beside the ball, and the ball is here.
And you
hit it. I know Sabi player.
That's
I can play it 20 times, I'll miss all of them. But Ed puts the ball here, the standing foot is here, he hits the ball with the side of his foot, it's top of the net. So you see, ball striking, when you don't have it, it creates incredible doubts in your mind. So when you have the ball, you are literally in the area. But you want to dribble 1, 2, 3. So like is controlling. He wants to
Controlling nonsense.
He wants to face the keeper so that he doesn't have to, because he doesn't. The ball striking, he get doubts for his mind.
That boy wasted my hate watch.
see,
Wasted my hate
That's
watch.
why they play now.
bro.
I put every week week I have 2 games on Hate Watch. Hate Watch. The first one was Arsenal, the second one was Chelsea.
Bro, let me now tell you.
Chelsea they come
That Chelsea was coming. That idiot.
He don't start. Before the game at 0-0, he don't start. He don't say this one cannot play. And they look out. He don't start. Let me tell you. Look at that goal.
Hate Watch is sweet though.
That goal,
But Hate Watch, say, what's your team not win first?
We,
Big shout out to that Tosi girl.
see,
The girl say, oh, Chelsea lose this match, so I can be happy. I said, what you concern? You concern Chelsea?
No, you know these days. You was collect happiness in 2 places.
your team will
win.
I hate
Collect from another side. See, and put it together.
And then
So
what
let me
is
tell
when
you.
your team got lose? You got to look for another team to lose.
Desperately. Desperately. See, you're gonna change channel like say, where is the hate happening?
See that third goal. That third goal where Villa score. That John Duran goal. See, look at the build up to the goal again. Then they pass the ball around. Somebody see him. It be like say the person will pass the ball. Just say that John Duran they come. Go and look at that sequence of play again. The person collect the ball. He just release the ball. The way he release the ball, and I say this one I want shoot. Like they know this one. If he strikes this ball, so they give out. You can see they see the ball. Once they see him around the area, they just you know they say jale. If they play, they say jale. They go just jale for him.
No, Haaland. People, in fact, look, that's the end of that criticism. Say in all-round game.
All round.
What the concern with all-round
in that
game?
team,
Pure
you
football.
don't need to be an
That is your
all-round player in
hazard.
that
He
team.
say they're pure football.
Say
If I
pure-
no, this is not
pure
contaminated
football.
one.
I don't say that diamond mine.
You don't know pure water.
He's a pure football.
Nonsense.
I know they score goal. He's a pure football.
I know it's a chemistry lab. I know it's a
Why
chemistry
you buy
lab.
striker?
That the way the interview has at the Vex here. I love you.
Why do you
You are
love me?
talking
Supposed to be
nonsense.
take on. May sabi take on.
take
What do
on.
we take on?
What you concern me?
He said in terms of pure football, Messi is the only one that says I hate me, but Ronaldo is say guys is idiot.
Talking
You
nonsense.
should be ashamed
Talking
of
in the
you should be ashamed of shame.
No slander.
The
on
fact that
Hazard
you even went
will
to
be
the fact that you
tolerated
even went to Real Madrid and you bombed like that, you should not be talking that kind of
First
nonsense.
season.
First, the fact that you went to Madrid, same Madrid that
Eden
Ronaldo
Hazard.
went to,
How
and he
big?
started
He's a
everywhere.
pure football. May not go talk am for
That
Inco
pure
for
football.
Binho. They
Nah,
will put her for
idiots,
his neck. To
Nah,
say he
idiot,
rob.
man. It's a pure football. You should be
He's
arrested.
a pure football after Messi now. Only him.
Now so,
He's about jail am.
now so, I see one meme. You're right. Say they put an slot picture. They say, well, this was working against Groningen now. You know that Groningen for Dutch League. This thing what I do here, you see, work for Dutch League.
Yes, now
You know,
you see, people always want to.
NEC brother.
People always want to.
They work against
Knock brother.
People always want to find the. People always want to find the opportunity to tell you that. Shebi people say the Premier League is so tough. Yes, people always wonder. They don't know that when we tell you that Premier League is tough. We're not telling you that any player that doesn't play there cannot play there. The reality of it is when you get there, you too will have to raise your game. That's what it is. So you can come there and conquer the league. It means it's a testament to how good you are.
Yeah, exactly.
But it doesn't change the reality that the Premier League is incredibly
league is
difficult in terms of
incredibly
the pace, the physicality. It is difficult. There's nobody that has gone there that won't tell you that, my heart won't come out my mouth.
See, after that game, did you see that video where after the game at Tottenham, Havertz collapsed?
one collapse.
Yeah, they came and carried him now.
Nigerian timber now.
You don't run tired
Don't run.
because there's no moment there's nothing you cannot rest.
You can't.
You can't
They
rest.
give Jorginho ball. He still wait with ball. Before you know what's in the happen, person don't come.
They don't
Come brush
Yes,
am.
come
He
on,
go dey
first.
knock am for ground. I say, who send you?
Jorginho, you won't kill me.
I'm betting me. I don't know what Shola and Kenny think. Person do you back pass, you collect the ball for that
2 hours
place.
to 2
You
hours
first
to
put your
control
ball through it
Say
first.
2 hours
He's
to
2 hours
control
control on ball.
Yes, now. I'm telling you, do it.
This one dem give pass against Onana. He wait, make Diogo come meet am. Still dribble am.
That nonsense. That's what they do. They don't try it again.
They wait till they find something. People say they go dressing room. Say, see what I did that place.
When I want to win the league,
See what I did there.
put him on the bench. How about it's more serious?
But honestly, if Jackson doesn't solve that problem this season,
Yeah.
I think it's the look. Players have flaws in their games, right?
Yeah.
They have flaws in their games. Everybody has flaws in their games, but this one flaw, right, that Jackson has is, it's like with every game. It's like with every game, he's not even trying to hide it. You know what?
People are saying the worst.
You know what players
with
do?
every
Eh?
game.
Very intelligent players try to hide their weaknesses.
Yep.
You know,
Or you better it on the
or you
training
better it
pitch.
on the training field.
That's what the most intelligent players do. they realize that I don't want to look like an idiot on the match day.
Paul Scholes, sorry man. Paul Scholes was he said I cannot advise Casemiro. He's won 5 Champions League. I cannot advise him.
You cannot.
That's where Hazard should have started from. You know, when you want to talk to a legend,
He's
put
talking
respect
nonsense.
in
front before you can't make your stupid comments.
You come with bearing gifts. You pay gifts first.
Pure football. Pure football.
I cannot advise
Dirty
Casemiro.
football.
Right. But what I can do is when I got to the latter side of my career, what I did was just stay in my position more.
Yeah.
No need to
So-
run now.
So I was watching Casemiro,
And he's in a good position to say.
No.
Because
It's a fantastic. I think
he
it's
played 37, 38.
It's a fantastic point.
Because we already tired, we
But
already
you know why it can't work for Casemiro?
No.
Paul Scholes sabi play ball. Paul Scholes now, you see, when you get to
So
that
Casemiro
age,
knows how we play ball.
see, what I mean, you get what I'm saying?
Of course.
When you get to that,
He knows how to
That
play
name
pure
when you talk,
football.
if
he knows how to
knows
play
pure
football. So when you get to that age, you now retire into your technical ability. You are not using a lot of physicality anymore. You spray the passes around. You can get passes accurate from beside your goalkeeper. You can pin it. You know you can get it. So that's what you now rely on. And your team also realize that this is what you can do. So you play. With Casemiro, he's always been a destroyer. So for him now to now become a
Dictator.
a deep line,
You want
know,
to
when
dictate
it now
how
becomes
the flow of the
difficult.
game, definitely.
You know, so all he knows is being a destroyer. So he wants to be that. That's why Olise use him to clean the floor.
He revert to type 2.
Now all these young players are quicker than him, and he still wants to destroy. So he's running. He doesn't know he's just a half second slower.
you just stay in that position, right? Allow other people to do the
Read
running.
the game.
But
Even if house they born for defense, I know go enter.
no, wait. Wait. Can it also be said that maybe the manager is not helping him?
That one day.
Possibly.
No, that one-
I
Manager is
think
not
so.
helping
Yeah,
him because
I think so.
You know, when you find players like that, you know, who have a little bit of weakness in their game, maybe their physical state, you know, you have to have people around them.
Yep.
You have to have people, someone 10 yards away from him, taking the ball off him, you know, someone
That's
in
why-
a position. Because, like, we're making reference to the Liverpool game. If you watch that thing again, you know, now that kind of thing they're supposed to sack manager for. Because you give Casemiro the ball,
Yeah.
and you leave 3 Liverpool players or 4 in front of him.
Yeah.
Your
Your
fullbacks
fullbacks
are
are
bombing
bumping
forward.
forward.
There's nobody he can pass the ball to.
The great Jose Mourinho.
And you know what's
The
incredible?
great Jose Mourinho.
And you know what's incredible? You know what's incredible? If that was Toni Kroos in Casemiro's position, even though that's where Ten Hag is being stupid. Even though that's the plan. Oh, the
now you're
fullbacks-
stupid in a lot of places.
Even though see, don't be only one.
That one place where you
See.
sing loud, you're doing a lot of credit.
Even if the
plenty
plan,
of
even
them
if the
stupid.
plan is for the fullbacks to bump forward and all that, if it was Toni Kroos in that position, he realizes the problem. He either pings a very high or he recycles.
He recycles it.
Because he knows that there's danger. These people are watching us. These people want to pin this thing. But that's not Casemiro.
But that's where I say the manager is not helping
Yeah,
because there's
yeah.
an insistence on
Playing that
out.
way,
You're
yes.
You're right.
Even
Yes,
though
that's
it's
the
not
manager.
working.
Because
Yeah.
you have
Even
to-
though it's
agree.
not working.
you have to factor in as well that Casemiro is not stupid.
He's
He
not.
is not.
You understand?
You don't
And
win
I
5
always
Champions
say,
League
and,
as a
and, and I always say that you know go just stop to Sabi play ball
Yes,
like that.
exactly.
Overnight.
It's not stupid. But because when the review of the game is happening, it will not be said that I did not follow your instructions.
Exactly.
Do you understand?
Because you
or
won't
because
play.
I've won 5 Champions
You
League.
won't play,
You
yes.
understand?
You won't
I won't play. But the point I was trying to make was about, Nicolas Jackson. So, of
Yeah,
course,
yeah, yeah.
plays a good game. I see
He
what...
can actually
He can play. He can play. But I think that you have to start at some point. The thing about top level is there is no time. Every game is
Almost like an audition.
an audition.
Yeah.
Every game has a judge and jury.
Until you start producing constantly.
You understand?
Before you get the leeway to
Before
miss
you
some.
start, you
Like this misses that Haaland does. He scores a lot of goals. That's why he gets leeway.
People don't,
You see
people don't really
you see the
reason
winning
am.
goal. The winning goal Nkunku scored. Put Jackson there. 9 times he doesn't score.
Never.
He doesn't. Why? Is that you see that thing that Nkunku did? Immediately he controlled the ball. He turned immediately and faced the goalkeeper, and then forces himself through between it.
And guess what? He doesn't try to make
To try and
finish.
he
so
played it
quick.
immediately.
He poked it.
Immediately.
Because if you try that thing, you be was saying,
Yeah,
Solanke
waste
tried to-
time.
You don't. If he
Somebody
doesn't try
will
to
clean
use
you out.
his step and say, okay, let me place it.
He threw the
He
ball.
just pokes it.
They will collect
The
the ball
point
for
about
you.
going back to the point about Haaland, right? And I hate to, they're on the same level, but it's more about understanding where you are, right?
Yeah.
this is in the 18-yard box is the closest you've ever been to the goal. What that means is that the possibilities of scoring a goal is at its highest
When you are there.
when you are there. You were there.
I was not
you
there.
were there, but I was not there.
Check the record.
Check the record. You know, when you are when you are at the right wing, if you are a mathematicians, you know, come in. You plot a graph about possibilities, about the odds. The odds increase, right? When the odds start reducing, you start going closer to goal. What that means is that a shot can lead to a ricochet, right? Keep a face pilam.
Sure.
You understand?
Sure.
Those chances become way higher. When you're outside, you can strike a ball, keeper sees it from a lot of angles.
Yeah.
So, going back to the Haaland point, when Haaland is in the 18, what he has done is also look at the game from a, if you like, a scientific point of view. If I strike the ball here 10 times, 7 times, you go enter ball.
Post
because
wide.
you go ricochet,
Post
somebody
wide.
go spill him, somebody go do own goal, somebody go try slide tackle. I don't need to do that extra. I'm touching it. I'm
touching-
guiding.
No,
I'm
no,
guiding
no,
this
no,
one.
no,
I'm
no.
moving.
You are giving the keeper time
outside
too.
the area. It's time to do that thing.
That's what we said about Leandro Trossard. Once that ball come, he won't play him.
See that line. See that line. See, there's a reason that there are 3 lines. You get 2 lines actually in the 18. One, the first big line,
That's
right?
18.
Danger. You have entered danger.
Yeah.
The second line again.
6 yard.
That is the highest
The
point
red
of
is
danger. His eyes is blinking. When you are there,
Why you dey
My brother,
dress ball?
See, let me tell you,
No
eh,
need to
don't
dey
be dressing
dress
Why-
ball.
You see, Nicolas Jackson's ball striking is the worst I have seen in. See, guy, it's probably the worst I've seen in the Premier League in 10 years. When I say ball strike, and
I saw
give
that problem with Wobie before.
Yeah, he will be.
You won't be too. His ball striking is very poor.
He still has it. Sterling too.
You see,
Sterling has poor
and
ball striking.
I mean, I give him a bit of leeway because, for example, people didn't know it was Unai Emery that actually converted Jackson to a number 9
Okay.
at Villarreal. It
At
was
Villarreal.
Unai Emery. This brother was a number 10, number 8. Now Unai Emery carry on, so you can't play 9. But if they don't carry you, say you want to play 9, and you ball striking comes. If you don't have it, you don't have it. But what people also say that is not true is that you can't train ball striking. It's not true. You can train it.
You can train. Definitely.
When Lampard tells you, and everybody who grew with Lampard, they'll tell you that this brother wasn't always this good with hitting the ball. He would stay after training with 10s or 20 balls and keep hitting them until he started getting it in actual games. Which is where I look at Jackson and I'm thinking, what are you doing on
the
your
training
free time?
Yeah. You are going
Because
to
now
club.
you are a number 9.
I hope he's not going to club.
I was a number 10 and they converted me to a number 9. He's not going to cut you anymore.
Yeah.
Now you are a number 9. You earn your money as a number 9.
Yeah.
What are you doing on your free time? Your ball striking is horrible. It is horrible, and that thing creates so much doubt. You are literally in front of the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
You are thinking too much before you shoot because you don't want to shoot it and then the keeper. So you want to dribble and dribble everybody so that it's not only goal post and you can tap it.
What he also does is in strong dressing rooms, you know, your teammates don't trust you.
Yeah.
I tell you what,
Yeah.
I was watching the overlap, and it was Evra was saying that it was Gary Neville was speaking to, you know, Evra and was saying, I don't know if you know this, but you know, Fergie called myself, called Ryan Giggs, called Paul Scholes, and called I think one other person and said, was a game, and said, do you guys trust Evra? And everybody said, yes, we trust him. He was like, yeah, he can start playing now. Like, he can start playing now.
Yeah.
You know, I think Empress gave us a story as well with the Imba players.
Yes. I remember that story.
You know,
He said, you know,
That's the end. You can't say too much anymore.
you know,
Moving on.
of course, you know, call a few players here and there and there and there. Can this guy play? He say, if God come down, you play this guy, we don't go play this match. Say, Kochi, this lineup no go work.
Coachy, this guy don't go play.
This guy no go play.
This guy because people underestimate the trust thing. I was talking about John Duran, but they just jale for him. They know if he hits the ball, the goalkeeper is in trouble. So they look at, it's like when players tell you, oh, we're talking about if we get 1 or 2 free kicks, maybe that can happen before the game, and then it happens during the game. Sometimes because they know they have this kind of player, it's like that time in Southampton. What Prowse's teammates, they know. So without anybody telling them, they are looking for free kicks for him
outside.
in promising positions.
In what you say with that guy name for
Cameroon,
Aqua United?
top guy. Big shout out to Namsi, though.
Yeah.
Packed an absolute bullet. Everybody in the team is praying for a free kick outside the area. Of course, I mean, when you score a free kick that wins the FA Cup, I mean, you're in the folklore.
Recent player or...
No, at least won the FA Cup in 2016.
Right.
So, folklore, absolute legend at the club.
You say a friend of yours was telling you about why he shouldn't play.
What's
the question they would ask him normally?
For yeah, can I take a free kick? Can you kick free kick? If you don't play naps, you do.
If the free kick come
out, you go play kick.
So why you won't call that?
It's a make you come out.
People will go shoot ball, we ball go bust. You never see.
I used to have a guy back then in Ekpoma, school. Bobby, very tall. We used to call him, mini Zlatan. He go just
how person go tall and call him mini Zlatan?
Right. The guy. So you just throw the ball.
Don't play and come.
Say once he put body on top, the last man, your own don't finish. Not do allow and turn. Once they throw the ball, chest and just turn. We play him very strong shot. Not too concerned say the dress ball. So if
that ball striking.
It's some fine guys when they play pass.
They argue.
They know they pick him. He himself no care. Now if people when they go play tip tap, people will go load ball give him. Now why they buy striker be that?
Tony Pulis.
Person sign Haaland. He said Gabriel Jesus give you. You say you no get sense. Gabriel Jesus want dribble this one.
I think Jesus does it too much.
He does so much. He came on. They give him ball.
I was actually shocked he didn't start.
There's a difference from trying to eliminate problems.
I knew he wasn't going to start.
There's why Arteta prefers Havertz.
Yeah.
There's a why.
No, I can understand that.
Havertz by the way,
Havertz
improved a lot.
No, you go play for that team. You know,
he puts himself about. He's not a physical specimen.
His no improve.
Keita
no improve.
He puts himself about a lot.
Keita is a good player.
Keita is actually a very good player.
Keita is a better striker than that Jesus.
Yes.
He is.
In terms of striker, he's a better striker, of course. Yes. He wants to be in the box and score. We see Havertz play. Havertz puts himself about it. Tall, 6-footer, not the strongest, but he's not a pushover.
He knows dribble 3-4.
He knows Sabi
Duam.
He knows Sabi Duam.
And now they are playing in a position where he doesn't need to do it. What's he doing it for?
Havertz runs channels like
he
runs channels like.
Not where they play Jesus be that.
Jesus for yourself saying be number 10.
Yeah.
Better they take and they sub bodyguard. Better they take and they sub bodyguard.
How many they take and they sub Saka?
So you go they dribble close to your post. You go they come they go to that dribble close to your post.
For my
Raya go beat up.
But by the way, Raya is evolving to a very top goal.
Yeah, he is.
And kudos to Arteta for that.
Yeah, the choice
Kudos
was
to Arteta.
was brilliant.
So it's also one of the things I always say that when things come out in the press, normally we would analyze it. But most of the time, you don't know what is happening behind the scenes. So now you can look back and understand that the moment Arteta decided we're bringing in Raya, he already made the decision that Ramsey was gone. But they say, it's just competition. He already made the decision that Ramsey was gone.
The same thing he did with Leno, which I felt really bad. Because Leno is a very good goalkeeper.
He's a good keeper. He's a good keeper.
But he knows how he play ball.
Emotional.
No, of course. I'm just telling you, Leno, there are not many goalkeepers in the Premier League better than Leno. He's a very good goalkeeper. But that leg, to play ball.
Martinez
has improved a lot in terms of ball playing. But I think Martinez is the best goalkeeper in the league.
I think Martinez is the best goalkeeper in the league. Yeah. Alisson, they fear you.
Martinez is a better goalkeeper than Alisson.
I disagree, but you see, I think Martinez is a fantastic goalkeeper. Now he plays out from the back. He has improved on that.
Yeah, of course, he's improved so much.
But I think why he does that, I think what has really papered over his ball playing, he has improved with it too, is his arrogance. Yeah. It's not like he's so good. It's not that he's so good with the ball playing, but he's very arrogant.
But if goalkeepers are, I've said this before. Peter Schmeichel said, when I see a goalkeeper who's not arrogant, I know you're not going to last. Because the goalkeeping position is an arrogant position. That you're supposed to look at defender, an attacking player. When you look down on him. He said that's the word.
That's supposed to happen.
He said you look when I'll kill you today. He said that when he was a goalkeeper, he would look at
when they slapping teammates.
He will look at the attacking players and he said, when I look down on them, he said you could see fear in their eyes.
All these keepers now, they look there. I don't say, they look around, even they see.
People like Manuel Neuer. We talked about Neuer last week. Neuer, when I see someone say, I want to be a goalkeeper. You look at that guy.
Yeah.
You know, that's how to be a
But what
goalkeeper.
if you know big reach the guy?
No, you don't need to be big.
You're telling Onana.
Van der
like
Sar
Raya.
wasn't the biggest. He was tall. In terms of, built, he wasn't the biggest. But Van der Sar was, you are not messing around Van der Sar's 18. He was picking everything.
I think it's a great point you make because Rooney was saying that Van der Sar was the leader of the defense.
Of course.
Of course now.
It was
when they
Neville.
brought the girl-
Neville was saying, yeah, so when they brought
So when
the
they
girl-
brought the girl, say everyone, even Evra, so when they brought the girl, they were telling this guy,
Say Ferguson
this
called
guy
to
cannot be.
Say Ferguson called someone and said, I didn't know he was that small. He didn't look that small on TV. You always see what they do.
TV make people bigger anyway.
So touch base, of course, Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool as well. Let's touch base with who do we need to touch base with? Who haven't we spoken about?
What was I going to say just now? What was I going to say? I just forgot something. Yeah, I think Hansi Flick has really
Hansi
turned.
Flick.
He's turned on the style of Barcelona.
Yeah.
Madrid fans are scared.
He's turned the corner.
Madrid fans are scared.
Maybe the truck will
And
finally turn well.
You know what's amazing is this narrative that they talk about. Older coaches say football has left them behind. It's a real thing, because I was who were we talking? It was on this show now last week. We were talking about Hansi Flick is a top coach, and somebody said, "Did you know Hansi Flick before Madrid?"
Yeah.
Before Barca? I'm like, what did you people think? You think that it's only
What is who?
Arteta and co. Hansi
Whether
Flick.
they know Hansi Flick
You people are surprised at what he's doing at Barca.
Nah,
Oh, you thought Xavi was a better coach? Is that what people
Of course,
think?
he's not.
Xavi cannot tie.
Because he was stunning in his playing days. Because he was stunning in his playing days. This is a better coach than Hansi Flick. See what Hansi Flick is doing now.
In a way, black t-shirt look peng on the touchline.
Bro, Barcelona had really... Barcelona are really scary to play against
Yeah,
now.
they are.
They're really scary. And then they now added that Dani Olmo boy.
bro.
Very scary to play against.
That's the best.
Yeah, he's now injured.
That's the best value for money this summer.
Yeah.
Dani Olmo.
Danny Olmo.
Best value for money this summer.
You've always spoken so highly of him.
Danny Olmo.
Like him.
Look, what a player.
Very decisive.
What a player. I thought, this is the problem with statistics and, recency bias. I personally think that Olmo was one of two best players for Spain in the Euros.
Yeah, of course.
No,
he
of
was.
course, sir. Of
Of
course,
course.
No. When the Euros finished and people, wrote the reviews about the Spanish team, I saw
Rodri.
I saw Yamal, I saw what's the
Nico.
other guy, Fabian
It
Ruiz.
should have ended there. It should have been Olmo.
After Rodri, and honestly, it is highly contestable. In
Is
that
it-
group phase,
Yeah.
almost it was a bottom player.
Yeah.
Group stage.
No,
without Olmo, they don't come out.
I think Rodri, Yamal, Olmo. I can take that. The
Lamar was no more important than Olmo.
No, the reason I can take that is that you remember it wasn't that Olmo wasn't good, but Olmo really, really became a dominant figure in the team when was it Pedri that had his injury or
Yeah.
something?
Somebody got injured in the first game,
Was it Pedri? It was Pedri.
and they brought him in.
Olmo, no, it wasn't the first game. It was
wasn't the-
it was
I
the
think it
second
was the
or third.
quarterfinal game.
It was, you get
Round of 16.
No, it was
Second
group stage.
game.
It was group stage.
Group
stage.
That's when Olmo now really became, which means that going into the tournament, he probably wouldn't have been a starting number 10.
But that one no means
but-
when
and the
Spain had the entire cast, there were players Alonso did bench.
No, I know. The reason I'm saying I can
Standard.
take Rodri, Yamal, and Olmo is that look, Yamal was a real difference maker at the Euros. He was.
Yes, he was,
He
but
was a real
not
difference
more
maker.
than Olmo. Not more than Olmo.
They didn't win a few games for them single-handedly.
They scored. It's not two goals he scored.
But
Against
you win
France.
games now.
The
Against
goal we
France.
almost scored two. Now I make them win game now.
Ja, no hungry.
I don't like injustice. I don't like injustice. Right. I want us to do the predictions. Then we get out of the way and we go to winner stays on. Right. So we'll touch base with everybody in the Premier League pretty much. I think we still need to watch a bit of Chelsea and watch a bit of United to have a fair.
Chelsea fans on Twitter.
Have a
Sancho
fair-
did 45 minutes. They jump up and down.
That's what
Look at
Sancho
you
does
people.
now.
You people no go calm down.
That's what Sancho does.
It was a brilliant cameo appearance.
Twinkle toes, you know.
Yeah.
But, my bro,
they don't too suffer.
my bro,
so anything will be
it
like.
cannot be.
He will still come late to training.
There's a chance.
He'll still play Fortnite.
Another, you know, another thing.
That one, Maresca go slap up. That one that Tenga was doing. Maresca go slap up. He go tell her say, I be Italian.
He go tell her wetin he tell
I go
Sterling.
beat you
That
like.
Maresca
He
na
go tell her
idiot.
wetin he tell Sterling. Now
Maresca
you
na
know whether
idiot.
you go or you stay.
That Maresca na idiot.
You no go
He
play.
He say Sancho. If he's here because I love him. If I don't want him, he won't be here. He said, and then when he came, I told him and Felix. I said, if you come here and you don't work, you're not going to play one game.
Simple.
But you know,
Look, you see
but
first.
later on, now you know he's playing to the gallery as well.
of course, yeah.
Later on, he now said, when I see him, I think he's a player that needs an
That
arm
needs
around
love.
him.
He says he's a
I
player
said,
that needs love.
you have negated everything you said.
No, to some extent,
You're-
every player needs love.
Oh,
Of course.
no.
But it is when the player
Of
now
course.
misbehaves and expects you to still
Show him love.
show him that
You know
love.
what the guy is actually doing? You know what the guy is doing? I'm giving you a hand of friendship.
So it depends. What do you want
Don't
to do?
betray it.
Wait, which hand of friendship pass one way? Say I'm saying
See,
they sign you.
Wait,
See,
is that-
no, see, you don't get the truth of the matter.
I know you say
See this place?
that gig. I don't say person you do have.
So I hate you now. I call you.
Which friendship could pass that one?
You want when you dey crowd, they applaud.
Player come from
Make I leave with you,
club.
come.
Player come from club where coach and I'm get small issue. He wants a bit of
No, the fact that they
validation.
come out you for that
You don't
environment.
get it. The guy is showing him, I care about you. He wants him
So
to misbehave.
repay the faith.
If he wants him to, he's building his confidence. That's why he came on and played like that. But means say he didn't do anyhow. The
Of
guy
course,
go
of
beat him.
course.
He go beat him. He no go suspend him. He go beat him.
Oh man, crazy man. Anyway, let's do the predictions and get into it, right? Saturday, let's start off with West Ham Chelsea.
West Ham.
West Ham do it.
To win now. I won't carry West Ham to lose before. I won't carry West Ham to lose before. West Ham to win now.
No,
I tell you, you say West Ham.
West Ham to win.
West Ham to win.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, look, we don't speak about the other managers so much, but Lopetegui is one of the good managers in the league.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
I've been impressed with what he's done. I saw against West Ham, they were a bit naive against
West Ham against
Man
West Ham.
City. Sorry, they were a bit naive, but I thought they were very brave against them. They took the game to Man City. They didn't play, without any kind of fear.
how many did they lose?
They lost 3-1. And that result, in my opinion, flattered City because they created as much chances as City did. Hit the post a couple of times. So he's a very good manager. Maybe he doesn't have the tools he needs, but top guy.
Right.
I like him.
Right. Let's get back to it. West Ham Chelsea.
West Ham to win,
win. Right. Aston Villa Wolves.
Aston Villa to win.
Aston Villa to win at home. Fulham Newcastle.
Both teams score.
I think Newcastle are getting back slowly. It's getting their groove back small.
But both teams score.
Both teams to score. Leicester, Everton. How is Vardy still scoring this amount of goals?
JB
Vampire.
Vardy.
Yeah.
Leicester, Everton, both teams to score also.
Both teams to score. Who
The
wins?
banger of the weekend.
Difficult
Everton.
to pick.
I think if they do one more result like that, they might fire Sean Dykes.
They might not fire him. They're actually in talks with some
new
American
takeover.
takeover. And that guy,
That's a 2-2-0
you
leads.
don't start to the talk. The people that take him, he said, we're talking to Everton. It's like someone like Sean Dyche. He has to prove that he can manage players. If I bring a player from Flamengo or Palmeiras, he has to prove that he can coach players like that. What is wrong with this?
never even do
You don't even take over club.
Yeah, that's
Don't
it.
start to the question manager. They are planning to fire him when they take over.
I they watch I watch Roma. They don't fire.
They don't fire the Rossi. Everybody.
I say even if you know they fire you,
I thought he's a modern manager.
they don't fire you.
Go
Ke.
learn now. Guess what? In one transfer window or so, they spent more money than they spent in 3 transfer
Jokers.
windows under Jose. You won't fire him.
Wow.
Ke. Yes, now.
Jokers.
Shebi is a modern coach. You will learn.
He hasn't won any single match in this season.
Yeah, you will learn.
I hear they're
And
getting
then go learn the hard way.
No, they must learn the hard way.
I feel sorry for De Rossi because when people who are not really so it was one of the reasons I put out one tweet. I realized that even though business owners, it's common knowledge that or people who make decisions for big businesses, you can't let your ego get in the way. But actually, and it's not just in this country, it is all over the world. The business owners or big decision makers who don't let their ego get in the way are actually the rare exceptions. It's amazing because when you look at it, De Rossi was set up. He was set up to fail. He got a job offer from people he couldn't, from an organization he couldn't say no to.
Yeah.
He had to take it. But they've set him up because I don't understand. You're coming from a top coach. This guy was overachieving for you. Look at the qualities you have in your team. And you're not even buying players. Like this guy, Mourinho was using his name to bring in Lukaku.
You understand?
Oh, yeah, buy players now.
Yeah, now. By the way, I heard that Saliba is linked with Real Madrid.
I love it.
Ogun kill Real Madrid.
They don't want me to even win this league first before they collect them.
This club should.
That's a definitely head turner.
That's how you know that you don't have time. All this we'll do it next season. We'll do it next season.
This club is turning to Illuminati. It's Real Madrid.
I know you say Alfonso Davies go sign pre-contract by January.
We need to stop them.
About now AFC then they play for us. Not be real life again.
Let's keep it up with your predictions. Liverpool, Bournemouth
Liverpool.
to win.
Sure, Liverpool to win.
Southampton, Ipswich.
Ipswich X2.
That's when they give them penalty. They go to
Southampton Ipswich, you say X2. What it be X2?
Hey, now, Southampton.
You don't know X minus Y is square root of 24. What is X2?
Win or draw.
X2 is a
Win
win
or
team.
draw. Away team.
You won't be
They
boys.
mentioned their away team now.
Ipswich now.
Go
This
back
one don't put ticket down before it comes. Because they real waiting day ticket.
To confirm. make it for tell guys for area. Say, you know how I talk and like that.
You get they real waiting day ticket.
Tottenham, Brentford.
Both team score.
I think so too. Palace, Man United.
Wisa is injured
don't
though.
get injury.
2 months.
Both team score.
Yeah. Palace United. I think Palace are
High-
angling for a bounce back.
High odds, both team to score. Palace Man U. Chop banger.
Okay, so the problem now is the fit score United major end like that. Then United fit score.
And he end like
He end like that. That's the problem with United game.
That will not happen.
Both team to score will happen. I'm telling you.
United game they have to predict.
I agree. I don't want them anywhere near anything that has to do
Two
with
weekends ago when
investments.
Liverpool beat United 3-0, I predicted all the game both team to score. Now only United.
Hi.
No score.
Sorry, my brother.
Last week also, Southampton supposed score. That
Sorry,
idiot.
continue
Wait to be
continue
named.
this one.
That's
Continue.
how the boat was lost in the sea.
Some players have been agents.
Continue this
Some
one.
players have been agents.
Yeah, now you go miss penalty.
You see that Mr. Mount? Team don't they only select himself now. You don't come back.
They're going to put that again.
See, who put up? You know what I'm saying?
But Crystal Palace, no United, sell us back. Both teams to score.
I think so now, Ligboji the one player.
No, only
I think Ligboji the one player.
both teams to score.
Let's go to the next game for. Okay, I think we've done pretty much. There's one more game.
Newcastle somewhere there.
Hold on a sec. Just give me
No,
a
you
sec.
don't Newcastle. That's not Man City. They've not done.
Yes.
Brighton.
Brighton Forest,
Over 1.5.
Man City, Arsenal.
Arsenal win or draw.
Arsenal win or draw. Newcastle. Okay, that's it. That's pretty much it, right? Let's go. City, Arsenal.
City Arsenal under 2.5 goals.
Under 2.5. City, Arsenal. Brighton Forest.
Brighton to win.
Palace United.
Both teams to score.
Tottenham Brentford.
Tottenham to win.
Ipswich away at Southampton.
Southampton to win.
Liverpool Bournemouth.
Liverpool to win.
Leicester Everton.
Both teams to score and Everton win or draw.
Fulham Newcastle.
Both teams to score.
Aston Villa Wolves.
Midlands derby. Aston Villa to win.
I think they're North Central. West Ham Chelsea.
Chelsea to win.
Chelsea to win. Where? West Ham. That's an interesting call. London Derby. Thanks, guys, for watching the pod. We'll see you next week. Enjoy it. And we're actually recording a Zoom episode on Monday morning. So stick out for that one, yeah? Gentlemen, we'll see you soon.
Yeah, if four of us act movie, it's not man picking. It's not man not gonna know who act which role. Even if you watch out, I seen those like this. The picking don't go grab.
I've seen it.
You're taking care of your kid now.
It's a good show.
Prison Break.
No, Presumed Innocent.
Oh, okay.
It's a good show.
Is it on Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My producer, I saw you be giving you your props in the group yesterday. Always a pleasure to have you on the Hindsight Podcast. Subscribe, like, comment. We just like to have your thoughts shared on the Hindsight Podcast. It's great fun for us recording this one, and we also love to hear from you as well. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for your messages, your comments. See you again in the next episode.